Hi, my name is Dr. Shalom Drimer from Light Chiropractic and Wellness in Glebe, and this is part 3 of the series in Sympathetic Dominance. This time it's all about practical stuff. What do you do about it? How do you deal with sympathetic dominance? What things you can do at home to help? Now, in the end of the presentation, under the movie, we will put links to the books that are dealing with the subject, so you can get more information and get the information from people that basically did a lot of work on that subject. So let's get into business. So exercise number 1 we call the Hummingbird. This is the work of Dr. Edward Chauvin. And we will put a link to his work. He developed it after doing a lot of research into how to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, or saying it differently, switching off the sympathetic nervous system. So switching off the fight or flight response. It looks a bit weird, but it's very, very, very useful. So first I'll demonstrate it, and then I'll explain why we're doing what we're doing. So we are going to put our feet up, bend our knees, and doing this, and then we put our tongue at the roof of our mouth, and then we hum. You can do the same thing without bending, just this. Or sitting down, you can do it by just extending. Okay, so why are we doing it? I know it looks a bit funny, but any variation of what we're doing there is very useful. The reason that we're doing those things, when our body is going into a sympathetic stress response, fight or flight, our body wants to go into flexion. Everything goes in. We're ready to hit or run. When we are opening our body, we're extending absolutely everything from the chest into our hands. We are telling the brain there is safety. So we are extending our hands, and we're extending our body, and we are extending our head back. That tells the brain things are safe. Then, when we're putting our tongue at the roof of our mouth and we hum, that helps to stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system. It allows to relax the brain, and as we are breathing through our nose, that continues and tells the brain, relax. And you will find that within 20 or 30 seconds of doing it, your body will relax. When we are adding the knees, we're bending the knees, the same thing. We're basically switching off muscles in here that pump a lot of blood, and again it tells the brain to go out of that fight or flight into a more relaxed mode. I showed you how to do the Hummingbird exercise. You can do it at any time in all the different variations, from the most minimal, putting the tongue on the roof of the mouth and humming and extending the body. That might be enough, but if you can do the rest, that's really good as well. Now we'll focus on things you can do at home. You can do it any time, and these tips are coming from Dr. Wayne Todd. He wrote a book. He's a chiropractor in Australia. He wrote a book called the SD Protocol, the Sympathetic Dominance Protocol, and those are tips from his book. Again, we will supply links to this book. So the first thing that can be very helpful is putting red lenses, so glasses with red lenses, because that helps again to reduce the amount of the type of light that comes into the brain, and helps to calm down the nervous system. Other thing is to put maybe earplugs to reduce the amount of noise that comes into into the brain. I like to play classical music for at least 10-15 minutes a day, because classical music has been shown to kind of calm down our nervous system. So things like adagios, so very slow, beautiful kind of classical music. Another thing you can do is foam roller thoracic spine openers, so putting a foam roller at the back and just lying on it and just letting your body relax on top of it. Meditation is very, very powerful. A tool, we most likely will talk about it in another video, but I'll just say that part of so meditation was shown scientifically to help people calm down their brain, disconnect from that the thoughts that constantly play in our head, which most of them are just pure nonsense, let's be honest. So just disconnecting from those thoughts, so you can actually get that perspective and relaxation. Magnesium, very, very helpful. So taking magnesium, again, don't do it on your own. Talk to a practitioner, naturopath, us, me, Shalom, and Emma in the practice. Get good advice, but magnesium has so many uses in the body and helps to relax the brain and the muscles. Removing sugar from the diets. Sugar is inflammatory. Sugar can create a lot of inflammation in the brain and in the body, and can add to the chemical stress on your brain and body. Exercises of the eyes, ocular exercises. So what happens is that most of us sit in front of a computer for a very long time and focusing really, really strongly with our eyes. That basically makes our eyes very tight, and that itself is very stressful for the brain. So moving your eyes around, stretching them. If you find that when you're moving your eyes, there are areas that are a bit tight, stay there a little bit more. So you just kind of like doing this. You can do that anywhere. You can do it in the office. You can do it while you are sitting in your car waiting for the red light to change to green. Just move your eyes. This is very, very useful thing to do. As well as if you're sitting in the office and you have a window, look through the window, look at a distant object, for example a cloud, then a close object, might be a tree. That kind of like just shifting your eyes, moving your eyes can be very helpful for the brain. And then anti-gravity postures, so being upside down, so things like anti-gravity yoga, things like where your body is in doing handstands, things where your body is in upside down positions can be very, very helpful. The Hummingbird exercise is a type of anti-gravity posture. So, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this series. We would love to get your feedback. If you have any questions, concern, please feel free to call us or talk to us when you're coming in. And thank you.